Alright, let's see. So this time we are showing off for Project 2B. Currently this is the utter mess of code we have been writing. There have been a lot of new additions added since last time. We have color, all the collision events, updates to the world manager, game manager. So this version of the code, which I am going to be most likely submitting, is going to possess the Naiad game that the code starts off with. And so I'm going to show that all you do in the game manager is just going to, same as before, is going to start up, same as always, and just does the same if it shuts down. Turns on the Sausage Suit Naiad, and then we'll populate the world, run the game, and then shut everything down when need to be. And when Game Manager is finished, populating world is creating the same way that the Naiad does with stars, a hero, a saucer, and what I've added in as well on top of that is a brick, which I will show once we start the game. So let's get this thing booted up, and all we can see here is the same game as before. As you can see, the game is fully capable of spawning in stars and saucers on the edge of the screen. You're able to shoot these saucers like normal, and you don't have any point system, however, it will be able to work just as fine. As well, we show off this brick here is a soft item, which means that the brick that's showing up here is a soft object, which also means that why the saucers and the bullet are passing through them. I also have it currently rigged that the soft object will be able to pass through the bullets and the saucer, but only the saucer will allow it to change the color. And now I've turned a few things on inside of my inside of my log manager, that if we now go into the log manager, we will now see that there are dozens of saucers that check constantly if they are outside of the game world, which after they all spawn, a certain number of them will then be created at a certain point, while others will constantly check if they're inside the world or not. Every time that a shot is taken, 2 more will show up every single time after each regarding step event. The event's mouse locations here just check the position converting, which I had before, to make sure that the reticle was going to the right locations. And that was it, until eventually the game manager will spawn a bunch of the saucers, until eventually the game loop will shut down when you die, and simple as that. Other than that, I don't believe there's much else that needs to be displayed, other than the fact that the brick code that I had written right here, all it does is just set to soft. You have the reticle, which just draws. The input manager does the same that would need to, and checks constantly between the correct keys being pressed, clicked, moved, and will set the game over if need. And all I have in this utility class is a positions intersect function that was specifically only used by the world manager. And that should honestly be everything. Yep. Everything else will get turned in the code.